Central Counties Tourism has hosted FAMTripTV on our next episode, where we're going to look at three very distinct regions that are to the north, the east, and the west of downtown Toronto. Each of them have very important and distinguishing features. Durham tends to focus more on the sports and association market. Then, of course, we have York, which is a very urban center. And then we have the hills of Headwaters to the west, which is a very beautiful pastoral retreat region. This is going to be a great episode. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. See you soon. We're here today with Ellie Johnson, who's with the Ability Centre in Whitby, Ontario. And the significance of this location, as far as FAMTripTV is concerned, is Durham region is known for their sports and leisure tourism.
Ability Centre is completely accessible, so anyone that comes through the door is able to use any of the facility in here. We're standing in the field house right now. It's 85,000 square feet. The building itself is 125,000 square feet. We have a 6-lane track. We also have regulation-size basketball courts. This section here is the future home of our rock climbing wall, and on the other corner, McDonald's has generously sponsored an indoor playground. We can seat comfortably, I believe 226. We can add seating to it as necessary. This room is very special to us because all the equipment in here is adaptable. Now the equipment is also very unique in that it's smart card ready.
It's my first set. It gives you the load and the number of reps I've done.
And at the end of your workout, you'll be able to take your card back and we continue to track your progress.
And that would be good too for teams, like
yes.
for a coach that wanted to monitor the progress of their athletes as well.
Exactly.
The Ability Centre works with various partners such as the Royal Ontario Museum and the Royal Conservatory of Music to program cultural activities for people of all abilities within their unique space. These spaces can also be rented out to groups for private events. Thank you so much for having me, Ellie.
Thank you very much for coming and helping us showcase Ability Centre.
So we're here with Ryan Chalmers, and he is representing the Canadian Motorsport Park in Bowmanville, Ontario. And Ryan, why would Central Counties Tourism bring us to you as part of their FAM experience?
Well, we're here at one of the oldest tracks in North America, certainly in Canada. We have 750 acres total. We've held every form of racing you can imagine, from Formula 1 to IndyCar. And with the 4 tracks that we have here, not just the Grand Prix track behind us, we are the largest automotive performance center in Canada.
I understand that you are going to be breaking ground on an event space that's going to be open next year, and that can host obviously very large groups, up to 400 people. Can you tell me what else you can do in terms of groups that are coming in-house?
This is a great place for manufacturers and companies to reward their employees. We have hospitality, which is just on the other side of us here, for our major events, and it's totally turnkey. You show up and it's all catered, and you get to enjoy the fan experience as a VIP.
And I understand now you're going to put me in a car.
Yes, we'll take you over to the Speedway, which will actually be used, it's used every Saturday night for stock car racing, and we actually get a visit from the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series on that track as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I get to drive a car, yay! Thanks, Ryan.
No problem.
So what a beautiful day, Lindsay. Tell me where we are. Tell me about your beautiful spot here.
We're at Trillium Trails Banquet and Conference Center, and we can host up to 150 people for events. We do the banquet dinners, conference lunches and dinners.
And you have your own catering facilities on site?
Yeah, we have our own chef. He's been here for 20 years.
Great.
What people use the grounds for is just generally for breakout points. So they'll have their main conference and then they'll do their team building and just with folding chairs and just sit and enjoy the natural setting out here. And then they'll lead out into the wooded area where they can just take a break and hike and just enjoy themselves.
I'm looking forward to heading over to your zip lines.
Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun.
So
we're just heading down to our demo course here. It's mostly all ages, as long as the child can reach 4'7". We are able to go rain or shine here. As long as it's not too icy, we can even go in the snow. From the city, we're just under an hour, so it's very easy to come here for a full day of a unique, fun experience.
Randy, this is your special little oasis. You own this place.
Yeah, it's actually family owned. We've had it for over 32 years. Just recently we've decided to put in a treetop aerial park, and it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right, well, let's do it. Whoa, I'm swinging. Oh. This afternoon we're here with Paul McMichael, who is with the Ajax Convention Center.
Welcome to the Convention Center, Jennifer.
Thank you. So, tell me about your space.
Well, we've got a 30,000 square foot facility here at the Ajax Convention Center. Where we're sitting right now, we've got 6,000 square feet open in our 2 ballrooms. An additional 3,000 square feet is located just behind the air wall in front of us. So we've got 9,000 square feet of usable clear span space here on the main floor. As you can see, we've got a lot of natural light coming in through our floor to ceiling windows. As well, we have access to bringing in large equipment and vehicles into the building, so we can have a lot of different groups coming in with vehicles, displays, trucks, trade show. Makes it easy for load in and load out. Upstairs, we've got our smaller meeting rooms that we can hold from 10 to about 90 people, depending on the configurations, as well as a VIP suite. But probably the jewel in our crown here at the Convention Center is our kitchen. We have a full functioning catering department that allows us to do customized meals. Being able to customize events is probably our strongest suit here.
So you're very close to the city center, very close to the 401 in terms of an access point, and you have the Hilton right next door. I'm so appreciative that you were able to work us in this afternoon.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Get this, I'm actually in the General Motors Center on a Zamboni. What a way to start our next segment. So Courtney, thank you so much for getting me onto that Zamboni. I've always wanted to do that.
Yes.
Okay, where are we now?
We are in the Oshawa Sports Hall of Fame. Base you are actually on the ice, that's 17,000 square feet, and we do host events out there. Our operations team brings in specialty flooring.
Now, is that all in-house, all of your staging?
Absolutely. Also in-house, we have our own catering company. Our in-venue restaurant, Prospects Bar and Grill, they also offer catering services. We have 23 private suites, and they can seat up to 18 people. And then we have 4 group suites who can seat up to about 40 people.
So you could host an event here. Like, for example, if I were a corporation, I could bring my team in and play a hockey game here against another corporation or something like that. But also you could incentivize your sales team and say, you know, we're gonna get you tickets to go see the Oshawa Generals who are playing here. Did I read somewhere that you also have a second rink?
We do. So we have 2 ice pads. We had the 2011 BDO Canadian Open, which is a curling championship. We did their beer garden on rink 2. So the curling was happening on rink 1, and then everyone could go over to rink 2 to enjoy themselves and watch some TV, play some games, drink some beer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of beer, I think I'm a little thirsty. So
all right.
Maybe we should go out.
Sounds great.
Thanks so much for having me, Courtney.
Thanks for coming. Cheers.
Cheers. We're finishing up our day here on beautiful Lake Simcoe at the Briars Resort, and I'm here with Hugh Sibbald, who is the general manager, and the property has actually been in his family for 5 generations.
We have 200 acres, including the golf course. One of the things that's great here is people feel very creative.
Yeah, well, it's a more organic feeling when you're surrounded by such beautiful natural surroundings.
The inn has 50 rooms, and that's perfect.
Keep them all together?
Yep. We've had people take all the cottage area with the lodges and so on, and that's another 40 accommodation units. We have 16 meeting rooms. The largest one can do theater style for about 120.
The dinner that you hosted for us was fantastic. You have a beautiful dining room, obviously an extraordinary chef. The menu was fantastic, so I was really impressed with that.
Chef Trevor has been here for a while. He's from Ireland, and he loves to keep things as fresh and organic as he can. We're going to go on a sunset cruise on the boat.
I was hoping you would say that.
Well, the Briars is a wonderful spot for events and meetings. It's less than an hour from the 401 and 404, which is fantastic, and just over an hour from the airport. It's the Greater Toronto area's only lakeside traditional resort.
We've moved west. We're now in York region here at the Delta Markham, and I'm with Latilla Durrance, who's a sales manager here. She's going to tell us how this property works well for groups.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. We really appreciate you guys coming today. The Delta Markham is located at the corner of Highway 7 and the 404. Very, very accessible to downtown Toronto in about 25 minutes from Pearson. Our hotel offers about 10,000 square feet of meeting space and 204 guest rooms and suites.
Now, of that 10,000 square feet, how is it configured?
We have 2 ballrooms, each 3,000 square feet in total. We have 5 smaller breakout rooms, and we have 2 hospitality suites. We also have a fitness center in our hotel. We have an indoor pool, we have a sauna and jacuzzi. We also have a full-service restaurant. And connected to that is our beautiful patio, so lots to see and do at the Delta Markham. Well, Jennifer, this is one of our corner suites. We have 2 on each floor. Each of our corner suites will have a queen-size bed, but the majority of our guest rooms will either have 1 king or 2 queens. This is our Delta Sanctuary bed. It makes for a very, very comfortable sleep, a pillow top mattress. This is our newly renovated lobby. It was completed about 1.5 years ago. We're fully licensed in the lobby, so they can either bring drinks from our restaurant, or we've even done events where we have set up a private bar. Great scenery of our patio and our urban vegetable garden.
Latilla, you have a fantastic product here, and I really thank you for having us.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
When you need a break from the boardroom, Central Counties has many quaint villages to explore. Our fam brought us to the village of Unionville within the city of Markham, a picture-perfect place to spend an afternoon shopping, dining, or experiencing the local culture. It is known for its high-end boutiques, historic architecture, exceptional local artisans, vibrant patios, and family-friendly festivals drawing people of all ages from within and beyond the region. Something to consider when you're bringing a group into the area. Hello, Jennifer.
Oh, good to meet you, Jennifer. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Right this way.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having us, Jennifer. We've been enjoying our time here at the Hilton, and I would love for you to walk through for our viewers all of the wonderful things that we've been able to see on our site inspection today.
Sure, we started off in our main lobby, which will be renovated later this year, and then we moved to our Markham Ballroom, which is one of our smallest ballrooms. From there, we were able to take a look at our conference services space, Donald Cousins, our large conference center that is over 14,000 square feet of meeting space.
And that divides into 5, I understand.
Correct,
Yeah,
yes.
that's important to know.
And of course, we saw the spa and the club. The Zen Garden is beautiful. Perfect for any get-togethers.
So I understand that you have the largest amount of meeting space here in Central Counties.
Correct. We have over 45,000 square feet of meeting space and 27 breakout rooms. So we're able to meet and feed at least 300 comfortably and do exhibitions on top of that. We have over 400 guest suites, and they're all 2-room guest suites. So there's a separate living area and bedroom. We have 10 atrium suites that overlook the main lobby, and we have 3 VIP suites. We're one of the very few hotels, conference center hotels, that can employ a pastry chef, and our guests can tell by the first bite the difference between a frozen dessert and something house-made.
Well, that walkthrough that we did where we showcased all of your desserts and what you can do, what the kitchen can do, was amazing, because that centerpiece was not a floral arrangement, it was actually made of chocolate. So that was, you know, a beautiful example of his artistry.
Yes, he's fantastic.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your time today, Jennifer. When I asked around about which restaurant was the premier spot to feature for this episode, it was unanimous that we had to look at Terra, which is here in Thornhill, Ontario. Jason Pizzetta is the general manager, and he's going to explain what private dining rooms are available, as well as their beautiful menu.
The reason we have such a great following is we have 4 beautiful private dining areas, as well as our main dining room, which can accommodate groups of any from 10 to 45 for private. We have 2 beautiful patio rooms, a beautiful smoking and a non-smoking section to accommodate any guest.
Excellent.
The reason we've had such a great following is we offer a la carte dining as well as beautiful preset menus from anything from 3 to a 7 course and all kinds of exotic food, you know, Alaskan black cod, some kangaroo, or even just a traditional beautiful steak to remember.
Excellent, excellent. Now, in terms of this space that we're in right now, is this your decor or did you bring in somebody outside?
This is actually done by a private company. Our guests decided to go above and beyond this evening. They really wanted to go to the nines, so we have some custom linen cloths here, the beautiful glass plates underneath. We basically do anything that the guests would need. We like to go above and beyond at Terra.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's great to know that you will actually work with outside suppliers. Well, let's take a look around.
Please.
Here we go. I was impressed with their decor, cleanliness, location, and ambiance. With a packed house, the vibe was energizing, and their attentive staff, extensive wine list, and amazing menu made for a memorable evening. Today we're here with Linda Stott, who's a sales manager at the Sheraton Parkway in Richmond Hill.
Welcome, we're so glad to have you here. As you saw, we have a beautiful lobby that opens right into our dining area. So a bar and lounge, as well as our Starbucks and our restaurant, which features private as well as semi-private dining. We also have our largest ballroom, the Grand York, which is just over 10,000 square feet. A wonderful space, very flexible, and it subdivides into 3 areas.
How many guest rooms do you have?
We have 312 guest rooms at the Sheraton, and about 8 of those are what we call our apartment suites. We do have oasis like this one, which is part of our Caesar Spa. This is the outdoor treatment area. We also have a 25,000 square foot fitness center that's complimentary for all our guests to use. And what I love in that area is our outdoor saltwater pool.
I noticed that you were very close to everything.
Absolutely. We're off of several major highways, 404, 407, as well as Highway 7, and we offer over 1,000 complimentary parking spots, which is a great thing in the Greater Toronto area. It's hard to find.
It is.
We own and manage the adjacent Best Western Parkway Hotel, and what that allows us to do, depending on a group's budget, is offer 2 different room rates and really leave it up to the delegates to decide where they're going to stay. Our staff work at both, so it's a seamless experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Why would we include a mall in our fam trip? Well, Vaughan Mills isn't just a mall. It's a landmark off-site destination meeting planners should consider because, as Leslie Bougen explains, they understand what our delegates want.
Vaughan Mills really is a destination in itself. We have the fashion, the outlets, the dining, the entertainment. Vaughan Mills definitely has delegate appeal because after a full day of meetings, sometimes that just calls for a little bit of retail therapy. We have a special program for groups. They arrive at entry 5, we'll give them a meet and greet, a mall directory coupons, and send them on their way. Lucky Strike themselves actually have meeting space, and there's great opportunities for hosting groups. Whether it be the delegates or a spousal program, it really can fit all things.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you so much, Leslie.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Which one do you think? And of course, every well-dressed planner needs to know where to shop for the latest styles. This episode has yet another surprise inclusion, an amusement park. What better way to celebrate with our colleagues and customers than to bring families out for a picnic and a day of fun? The park is open seasonally with a dedicated group sales team to help us plan a memorable day, including customized meal plans, discounted mission programs, and private dining venues. Yay! I get to go on any ride! Of course, it's a great incentive spot, but if you're looking for something completely different, host your product launch or a sales meeting here, then check out some of their new exhibits on your lunch break.
We're happy Fam Trips here today, especially. It's a beautiful day at the park.
Sure is.
And you know, we are the perfect place for corporate and group sale destinations. We've got a catering facility on site that holds over 2,000 corporate meals per hour.
Wow.
And we host blue chip companies right down to small 50 group companies throughout the season. And it's a great place to entertain. And we've got the second most roller coasters in the world in an amusement park. We've got live shows, we've got rides for kids. And of course, the facilities for groups. It's a perfect place to be.
Excellent, excellent. Now I can't wait to ride the Leviathan. I hear that's your latest feature.
It is. I don't know if you're ready for it. It goes 306 feet high and goes 148 kilometers an hour. So it's up to you.
I can't wait. Let's
All right.
bring it on.
Great.
This evening we have the privilege of meeting Kostas Marmaris, who is the general manager here at the Paramount, which is one of many organizations that fall under the By Peter and Paul's umbrella, an event conglomerate that's just north of Toronto but is accessible throughout the province.
That's right. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Peter and Paul's is a family of companies basically, and we have a number of event venues like the Manor, Bellagio, Paramount that you're here, Savoy and the View. We have a gift-giving company, a decor company, an audio-visual company, and video and photography.
That's a huge range. It's a one-stop event shop.
That's right.
You have the in-house catering at each of those venues, but then I understand that you also have an off-site event catering service as well.
Yes, and the company is called Table Talk.
This is a very important year, I understand, for your organization. I believe I've heard from through the grapevine that this is their 30th anniversary. That the company, like this family of companies, has been around for that long and slowly growing to encompass more and more and more services that we can take advantage of.
The credit for that goes to the founders of the company, Peter Eliopoulos and his wife Anna Eliopoulos. They've been the driving force behind all this.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come in this evening. I know that you have some very large events, and being able to sneak in before all the guests arrive and shoot some pretty pictures of some of their spaces was quite a privilege, so I appreciate you giving us that access.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Kostas.
Hello, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm well. Nice to meet you.
Lisa Gilbert. I'm the general manager here. Thanks for coming out and doing a tour with us today. We're a residential conference center that's designed specifically for businesses and organizations that are interested in achieving that ultimate meeting and learning experience.
Now we're here in the auditorium, which I'm really glad we had a chance to show because it's unique.
We have 25,000 square feet of meeting space over here, 44 different types of meeting rooms. All of them have built-in audio-visual equipment and windows that look out into this fabulous space. Are you familiar with Ajax?
Yes, the International Association of Conference Centers, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we are the only certified Ajax property in York Region. This is a different way of capturing anything that has gone on in your meeting. It's called graphic display. So you have an artist come in, and what they do is they stand in the back of the room and they actually will document everything that has occurred in conversation in a visual form, and then you can take it back to your office. Our culinary team takes a lot of pride in working with the farmers in the area to provide local produce every day for our clients. Our ropes course is one of the best in North America. People mountain bike and they hike and they do a variety of different things.
And you're only 20 minutes from Pearson.
20 minutes. Actually, before you leave, I'd like to show you something that's very special to Kingbridge. This is our Klein bottle. It's one of the world's largest blown pieces of glass, and it represents our logo. Out-of-the-box thinking.
This was a great option, and I'm happy that we had a chance to showcase it for you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. We journey west through the beautiful pastoral landscape. The hills of Headwaters is known for its many rural golf courses, some exclusive, some public. Many deals are made and relationships are forged on the green, so it's important to know where to go and who can host your tournament or event. Central Counties Tourism has brought us to the hills of Headwaters, and we're here today with Matt Balaka, who is the golf pro at the Caledon Country Club. The West End is known for its countryside escapes. This is obviously what we're talking about, this beautiful landscape. But Matt is going to tell us about the actual function space that we can use while we're out in this area.
Great. Yeah, so we're here on the third hole of the Caledon Country Club. It's a par 4. And when the golf course was founded in 1961, it was actually a private facility, but it's now a public facility. So we actually do lots of corporate tournaments, lots of events, lots of weddings. Our clubhouse has 3 main meeting rooms with 4,000 square feet. So we actually have a river room that fills about 300 people with a beautiful back terrace. You can oversee the 1st and 16th hole. If you want a little more intimate meeting, we have a 16 or 20 person meeting room as well. So it's a great place to host your event. We have absolutely great food. Our chef does a fabulous job. Great place to have your meeting, and then, you know, for the afternoon, come out and play a great golf course as well.
Yeah, and then finish on the 19th hole on your beautiful patio overlooking the other golfers in the course.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't. So I hear you're going to teach me a couple things about swinging this club.
Certainly, yeah.
Because I haven't been out yet this season.
Great.
And yeah, I need a few pointers.
Okay, well, let me set up here.
Back up so I don't get a club in the head.
So I'm going to aim down the fairway.
Okay.
Take my stance.
Beautiful. Head down, knees bent. Nice job.
Thank you.
Way better than me.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the Millcroft.
We've made our way across to Millcroft Inn and Spa, and I'm here with Bill Cutt, who is the innkeeper.
The conference center we're in right now is about 6,000 square feet. We have 7 rooms in various configurations. We can handle groups from 8 to 80.
What would be the sleeping room configurations you would have?
Well, we have 52 rooms, so 22 in the main mill, and we have a manor house of 10 rooms. And on the other side of the river, we have 20 crofted units, which are, they have a loft upstairs. Yeah, 6 of them have hot tubs, and they all have wood-burning fireplaces.
Excellent.
So in the wintertime, very popular.
Very popular. It's a beautiful four-season escape. You're working on a very holistic approach. You've got the indoor-outdoor concept in terms of your meeting spaces, the environment surrounding you. You've got, what, 100 acres? Or?
105 acres here.
Yeah.
We run in-house team building as well as third parties come in and do the team building for us.
I understand that your chef is quite extraordinary.
It's a fantastic new chef. Chef James Booter has been with us for 5 months, and all new menus, a real farm-to-table philosophy. As we get closer into the summer months, he uses more and more of the local produce. He's actually got a garden across the street from us right now. He's growing all kinds of different things that he uses out on a daily basis. We have about 8,000 square foot spa with 17 treatment rooms. We do everything from hot stones to regular massages and all the manicure, pedicure treatments that you can possibly imagine. We'll send you up there right now.
Okay, I'm quite okay with that. Thank you so much, Bill, for having us.
I'm just gonna lay here and listen to the birds while you enjoy the rest of the show.
Today we're here with Lisa Holmes with the McMichael Canadian Art Collection.
Absolutely, you're right here in the village of Kleinburg, part of Vaughan, so you're just north of Toronto. You're on 100 acres of wooded landscape. It's absolutely gorgeous. Also home of the spiritual group of 7. We've got about 14 gallery spaces, half of which are dedicated to special exhibit spaces. So right now we have an exhibit in called Fashionality. About 4 times a year we change over that space. Next up we have something dedicated to the Queen. We have some really great meeting spaces. It's an amazing retreat from the city, easy to get to, and it's a beautiful location. Lots of grounds to walk in. You can take a look at the sculpture garden. We can look at Tom Thompson's shack, which is a recreation of his artist studio. Right now we're standing in the meeting house. This is a meeting room that we can do board groups of about 16 in here, or workshops that are a little bit smaller than that, depending on your setup that you're looking for. Another space that we have is our Founders Lounge. We can do a boardroom of up to 22 in there, and workshops for up to 30 to 35, again, depending on your setup. It's actually the original living room, dining room of the McMichael family, so it's absolutely cozy and warm in there. If you're looking for an evening retreat for your corporate group, we have the Grand Hall as well.
And if they wanted to leave with something, you have a beautiful gift shop.
Absolutely, we do. We have all kinds of group of 7 prints, or we have lots of great Canadian artists working there as well.
Wonderful. Now in terms of catering, do we bring suppliers in, or do you have something in-house?
We do work exclusively with our on-site catering company, 7 Restaurant and Catering. Again, they're playing off of our name there, so they really tailor to exactly what you need.
Thank you.
Welcome to Hockley Valley Resort.
Nice to meet you. Today we're here with John Paul Adamo, who is the general manager at Hockley Valley.
Well, general manager, president, chef. I'm not one for titles, but wear a lot of hats.
Since the last time I was here, I cannot believe the transformation in your public spaces and throughout the whole facility.
We put in our new restaurants, our new bars, our organic garden, orchard, vineyard, wood-fired oven and kitchen in the garden, so you can actually eat in the garden al fresco and amongst the garlic and the onions that are growing, and a poolside patio with another herb garden there. Corporate business is something that we honed in on many, many years ago and have been able to really, over the years, really fine-tune and focus our service level to that. When corporate groups come and say, wow, I feel like I was in Tuscany. I really felt like I was away from it all. Even though we're having a meeting, you know, we had a breakout session in the garden, we had pizza, we got to walk the vineyard, and it's only an hour from Toronto.
And I understand that you have a ballroom and you have a number of meeting spaces.
2 main ballrooms, which can do up to 350 people for a corporate gathering, breakout session rooms as well, various meeting rooms, boardroom style for the intimate meetings.
And in terms of sleeping rooms, you had started with what, 27 rooms? And how
27,
big are you
28,
now?
yeah, 27, 28, we're 104.
104.
They've all been refurbished and renovated and again match the feel of the rest of the property.
It does have that organic sense of environment.
For sure.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
The whole Central Counties region, from east to north to west, was a feast for the senses. Whether you're looking for something for your association or corporate group, the region boasts a wide range of venues meeting various price points, exquisite locally grown cuisine, easy transportation access, and, as we discovered, fun and exciting off-site options too. Thanks for watching. See you on our next adventure. This evening we have the I tripped up on my own tongue there. Oh, I can go that way. Okay.